yourself up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Joining head coach Jeff Quinn today, we have senior linebacker Khalil Mack, who we just found out a little while ago has been named one of 5 finalists for the Buckus Award. First time in school history we've ever had a finalist for any major award, for that matter, let alone the Buckus Award. So, congratulations to Khalil, and with that, coach, want to take over opening statement, and we'll take questions.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. It hasn't been done here before because they didn't have a Khalil Mack, but we certainly are very proud of this young man, and and that's what it's all about. A lot of hard work paying off, and certainly our attention is on getting ready for Friday's contest. It's by far the most exciting time around here. I know how important it's been for this senior class to work their way into this position. An extremely meaningful game, one that I know these guys are going to be excited about playing. It's going to be their last chance of being at home, even though the game's at the Ralph. But it's last chance for our fans and family and friends to watch this senior class, who's meant a lot to me personally, our coaching staff, this program, arguably the best senior class that I've ever been around. And they've hung in there. They've stayed true to following the plan. They're a great group of young men, and I'm certainly excited about what they're about to accomplish. And we certainly know we set forth some very high goals, but I knew this team and this group of young men, the senior class, could achieve it. And we need to go out there Friday with the right mindset. And I feel that just like yesterday, they did a great job preparing and getting ready for what they need to do against Bowling Green. And we have not played very well against Bowling Green. I shouldn't say the play, but we haven't had the results over the last 2 years. So it's important for us to have our mindset, with a great week of Thanksgiving and a chance to capture the MAC East title. So with that, we'll open up for any question you have.
Bob DeSosa from the News. Jeff, what's it that, last year you guys managed nothing offensively against them, really. I mean, 29 yards rushing in their place, and you had the 3 interceptions. What's changed? What did you take away from that game? Looking forward, I assume schematically they're pretty close to the same. There's no Chris Jones in there, but they're pretty close to the same and how they approach it defensively. Yeah,
they have a very sound scheme. They're always going to add another player in the box. So they're going to constantly challenge you interiorly to win those one-on-one matchups, and that's what they did last year. They were able to control the line of scrimmage. And so, this year it's important for us up front, on both sides of the ball for that matter, but mainly on our offensive side. I think Joe is a much better player taking the field this year than we had last year. I think he grew a lot from that experience. I know Bo is 100%. We weren't really at that level that I thought, we needed to be, and I think that added and contributed to it. But, their energy and their mindset this is a much different team. This is a team that, is striving to achieve something special. And I certainly expect our offense to produce and learn that it's going to start up front, and we've got to be aggressive, and we got to be smart with our play calling, and guys have to have a passion to make those plays, and it's going to be important in the conditions that we're going to face.
Jeff, Paul Peck from the Bulls Radio Network. The numbers, the stats take you to this point, but as you've started to look at Bowling Green, do you feel like there's a lot of mirror images with the way they play, the way you play, their offenses, the running backs, the quarterbacks are very efficient? I mean, do you feel like when you watch them, you're kind of seeing yourself a little bit?
Well, they place a great deal of emphasis on defense, as we do. They take a lot of pride, that their defense is going to rise to the occasion, and they've been able to do that. I think on the flip side, offensively, they've taken great care of the ball. They've settled on a quarterback, a sophomore quarterback. They've got some playmakers. They're a little younger on the offensive side than they are defense. Defensively, they have a veteran group of guys. They pursue well, tackle well. Just the same as our defense. And that's been a big part of why you're going to see 2 of the best teams in the MAC competing on Friday, and it's because of great emphasis on the defensive side of the ball. And I know with this young man to my right, he's got a lot to offer out there to establish ourselves as the best defense against our offense. What we have to do is just, continue understanding where we need to take our shots downfield. But there are some close similarities between these two programs, and I'm not surprised that these are the two best teams in the East squaring it off the way it should be for 60 minutes. And it may go into overtime, so you better bundle up, because we just our mindset is to get it done, and that's it.
Well, Khalil, congratulations. First off.
Thank you, Bob.
Can you just, what does it mean? One of the top 5 in the country right now.
It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. It's a tribute to all the coaches. I mean, Coach Quinn and Coach Tepper and all the coaches that have been here and have gone. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed. I can't say anything other than I'm blessed, man. And I'm thankful. Yeah.
What about this week? What about this game?
It's a big week. It's a big game. One of the biggest of my career. It's going to mean a lot as to what we can do as far as the championship is concerned. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to the challenge every week. We're going into it with the same mentality, and that's the win. Other than that, nothing else. Yeah.
To have built to this point, where now you're playing. I mean, I remember when we talked before last season.
Yeah.
And you talked about how it was time to turn it around. It was time to turn it around, and now to have gotten to that point where you are playing a game that's really division championship game. Really.
Exactly. You could say we turned it around, but I don't think we've turned it around until we get to where we want to be, and that's the MAC championship and calling ourselves the MAC champions. You know what I mean? Other than that, this is another game. We have to focus throughout the whole week. We have to go into this week knowing that we have a chance. We have a chance to control our destiny, and that's the way I want the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball to think about this game. Going into it and practicing like we need to win today, and that's going to be the mindset today on the practice field. Yeah.
So how important is it to you to be in position to win a championship after deciding to come back this season?
It's very important to me. I know it's very important to all the other seniors as well to put ourselves in a position where we can fight for a MAC championship. I mean, why not go out your last year with a MAC championship, because you've been waiting on it all your career. I mean, why not do it with the guys like Brandon Oliver and Alex Newts and the Joe Licatas while you have a chance? You know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset this week and today is to win today, and yeah, that's all I can say about that right now. Yeah.
Khalil, if as Coach said, these are pretty even teams that do a lot of the same things well. Do you yourself look at yourself? Do you say to yourself and look at yourself that maybe I'm the difference in this game, or is that the goal for you to come out and be the difference in this game?
Not at all. I don't think about it as a personal thing at all for me. But at the same time, I want to have an impact on the game defensively. You know what I mean? Whether it's my leadership, whether I get a tackle, whether I can just tell a guy to get him motivated enough to make a play, whatever I can do. But I wouldn't think about it as me being a difference maker on either side. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I want to make an impact in any way I can. But it's not about me. It's about my teammates and controlling the line of scrimmage up front, starting with the front seven with Kobe Way and Bo Bakhtal and Christian Sicoli, and having guys like Najee Johnson and Courtney Lester stepping up and taking the ball away.
I know in talking to Joe, actually a few weeks ago, and he mentioned, that he was really looking forward to this game anyway, just because he felt he didn't play up to his standards last year. He said he did some things, they fooled me. That, it wasn't me. I've been looking at this game. I said, do you think is that the whole team approach to this one?
No doubt about it. Joe's I call him the GOAT, man. He's a great player, man. I call him the greatest of all time. But he's a poised, disciplined individual, man. And I know he's looking forward to getting the job done for us on Friday. He told me on the sideline at Miami, he was like, we got to go get this one. And it's a great thing to see that in a sophomore quarterback. You know what I mean? the confidence level that he has, and how ready he is, and how disciplined and how focused he is on completing the task at hand, and that's winning this MAC East division.
Khalil, against Miami, it seemed like every time you went to tackle or a quarterback or make a sack, you were trying to get the football out. Was that something that you were focused on doing specific more than normal? Was that something in scouting that you felt like there was an opportunity to do? And then just talk a little bit about what kind of reaction you've gotten and what your thoughts are in being the all-time leader in that category.
Yeah, exactly. From being the leader, holding the record is a testament to me trying to get the ball out every chance I get, and that's what I was trying to do this past Tuesday. I was trying to get the ball out every time I came through. Man, I didn't know why I was coming through freely so much at sometimes, but I was just trying to get the ball, man. Like I try to do every time I can get in there and touch anybody that has the ball. You know what I mean? So I was blessed enough to come up with those three, I believe, Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah. And I told Koye Houston throughout the game, I was telling him, he the first time I touched the quarterback, he was like, "You almost had it." I was like, "Oh, okay." He said, "You're carrying the ball real loose." I said, "Okay." So that's a testament to how we think on the defensive side of the ball. We try to get the ball any way we can.
Were you being reminded after the first one, were teammates saying, "Hey, you just tied it, and then the second one, you hit the record's yours now, and then the third one, they're way in your rearview mirror"? Or?
I mean, I think I knew after the second one, I believe, when I got everybody tapping me on my helmet and everything like that. It was great. It was a great feeling, but I knew I could get another one, So if I had the chance, if the opportunity presented itself, I knew I could get another one. I was telling the guys, I was like, not one, not two, not three. So I was playing with them. So that's the little thing we was doing. But at the same time, I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in, man. Having great teammates throughout my whole career, man. Starting with Devontae Shannon, Justin Winters, all those guys, and coming into this season with Koye Houston and all the experienced veterans on the defensive side of the ball, and having Brandon Oliver and Alex News in the same locker room with you. I mean, it's a blessing, man. I'm blessed.
Jeff, what was going through your mind when you were watching him? Just.
No, I was enjoying it on the sideline, and we spent a lot of time trying to develop a mindset and a culture here in terms of how to strip the ball, and then we work drills. Khalil does a tremendous job of preparing himself, and it's important as a coach that you place these kids in the right position. You work those drills, you discuss how these things can impact positively in the outcome of games. And for gentlemen like Khalil and so many others, I mean, just what he said today about Koye Houston coming up to him, and how we benefited from scooping and scoring. We teach every player in our program how to tackle, every player how to block, every player how to strip, how to pick up a fumble, because you never know when that is going to take place. And then that's really the complete mindset that we have. But Khalil's embraced it, and he's very deserving to own that national record. A chance to put his name, his family's name, and the University of Buffalo above everybody else. That's an incredible feeling, and I just nobody's more deserving than number 46 sitting next to me. And we're going to need that same mindset carried on the field. And what it does, and it helps those young kids realize that all that time that they're investing in practice and preparation is going to give them an opportunity to go on the field and create those kind of opportunities for our team, and it's going to result in winning. And that's what it did last Tuesday against Miami, and we're going to need that same mindset. They're hard to get the ball away from, but if there's somebody who's going to go in there and really test it, and it's going to be Khalil. And so it's exciting to have those kind of moments in the game. We see it every week, how big turnovers and takeaways are in the outcome of games. And we've been really good on both sides of the ball.
What's it going to mean to you to have Adam Redden back in the lineup?
Inspiration. He's an inspirational young man, and I couldn't be more pleased with his determination. And, last week he was ready. He was suited up, and I think it's just going to demonstrate to our entire program and all those guys in that locker room that, we can count on each other. And if a guy goes down with a slight injury, that he's going to fight his way back and get out there as soon as possible. But inspiration, he's an inspirational young man, and I couldn't be more pleased to see him out there yesterday, going through the drills, shoring up that defense, getting into those film sessions, watching film with these guys. Adams, he's that junior leader of that class and on that defensive side of the ball, so it's going to be exciting to have him back. And how much he's going to be able to play and all that, we're going to cut him loose and let him go make his plays.
Is BG a little more slippery offensively than they were last year? With, Green in the backfield, a different type of runner. They were more power-oriented last year. Johnson can move a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Slippery's an interesting term on Bowling Green, but I will tell you that, we got to secure ourselves, in every gap. We have to be sound in the way we make our checks and align properly, and then obviously you got to defeat those blocks. But I think what they're doing is tailor making their offensive schemes and calls to the personnel that they have, and they're good players. And that's why they're where they're at. And the same thing holds true for us offensively. We need to establish the line of scrimmage. That's what they've done, and they've given their playmakers room and opportunities and cracks and seams to make plays. But Green's an excellent running back. They, have done very well with their quarterback. They made that change, and then they got some perimeter guys. I think their tight ends are pretty good too. They do a nice job. But we're well aware of every play that offenses run this year. So, we've been in the make. We've been preparing for this game for a long time, not just this week. So, this is going to be a testament to two programs that have built it the right way. That both sides got excellent players. I'm very excited about this matchup and what it's going to take. And I think our defense understands, how important it is to get to the point of attack, get to the ball carry, and wrap them up. Because you can't be missing tackles. There's no margin for error in this game. And I think our kids understand that.
What's the adjustment for you as a coach to get the guys ready to play in a different stadium at the Ralph? Are you going to have a chance to practice there leading up to this game at all? What goes into that element that makes it different?
We've been in a lot of different stadiums, and we've been down to the Bills facilities, and we certainly look forward to filling that place. A sold-out crowd. So all those fans and family and friends out there, get your tickets now. But we'll get down there on Wednesday. We'll have a practice session in there and what have you. But, if you block all those external factors out, it doesn't matter where you play and who you play, what the score, all that stuff. I think that's overrated, and certainly we're not addressing the fact that we're, playing at a different stadium. We're playing on a field that's measured correctly, and we're going to go after it, one play at a time. And that's the approach that we've had, and I had that discussion with these guys. But it's going to be exciting to be able to play in a professional stadium, and we saw it last year. We played in Gillette Stadium. That was a great environment, and to bring our football program in this city to the professional stadium at Ralph Wilson is a great opportunity for our kids.
Clearly got a bunch of teammates that have played there before in high school games. Have you asked them what it's like, and are you any more excited about this game because it's in an NFL stadium like that, even though you haven't played in them before?
I know. Joe told me about the stadium. He told me it's a different environment. With the wind and all of that thing, all the different things that take place. And I remember having a conversation with Brandon Murray yesterday about the stadium as well. But like Coach said, the external factors don't mean too much. Being in another stadium is just, it's great that the Bills have allowed us to be in that stadium on that Friday evening. But at the same token, we're just looking forward to going to play football, man, and have some fun. And the only way you can have fun over here in Buffalo is to win, man. And that's what we're looking forward to more than anything.
Well, would you be opposed at all to playing, say, 7 games a year in that stadium?
You would ask me that, Bob. Oh man, whatever happens, man. Whatever happens. I can't control any of that. But it wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad, man.
Anything else you got on set? All right, thanks.
Great job.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, congratulations.